Hello friends, Ace Botane next episode. So in this episode, you can identify we already completed botany topics in detailed manner. So this episode onwards, what I'm doing is based on NCERT concepts, 2 or 3 will be taken, and how we can easily a quick reference, how we can make a quick reference. That way I'm preparing and prepared. And today onwards, I will be doing that type of classes. So for quick reference, detailed notes, class, everything already there for complete botany. Now for quick reference, I'm doing these episodes. So just like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, that way. Okay. And daily I'm putting 2 questions in Ace Botany for NEET practice. One will be usually after lunch. One will be usually connected with or after dinner. Okay. So we can proceed. So first chapter, what I'm doing is cell, the unit of life. First part, chapter is 8. So 8.1 and 8.2 according to NCERT. NCERT, what I'm referring is NCERT reprint edition, March 2024. Now I'll share the screen so it will be easy for you. Okay. I think screen came, so we can proceed. Cell, the unit of life, 8.1, 8.2 according to 2024 reprint edition NCERT. And main ideas under these 2 points, 8.1 and 8.2, it is what is a cell and cell theory. So we can proceed. So starting with the, sorry, what is a cell? So when we come to discuss cell, we can find cell is structural, functional, fundamental, and last aspect is basic unit of life. So this definition includes all the activities of cell: structural, functional, fundamental, basic unit of life. Now, when we discuss cell, there are different types of cell or nature or classification for it. And the main criteria is whether nucleus present, other membrane-bound organelles present or absent, that way. And basically 3 types. One is prokaryote, like bacteria. One is mesokaryote, like dinoflagellate. And one is eukaryote, like humans and higher plants. Now, there is a separate group not coming under these 3. Separate group, that is eukaryote. Eukaryote is kingdom of viruses. So condition is based on the presence of nucleus or membrane-bound cell organs, advancement, etc. I think idea clear. Now, 3 basic terms connected with a cell. One is protoplasm. So what is protoplasm? Protoplasm we can define like cytoplasm plus nucleus. So this is protoplasm. So what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm means protoplasm without nucleus. So one is plus nucleus, one is minus nucleus, that's all. Nucleus. And what is protoplast? Protoplast, what we generally say, a plant cell. A plant cell without cell wall. That is what we normally say, protoplast. I think that 3 times clear. Now we can proceed to the idea cell. When we say cell, cell means a box, a closed system, that way. And this is concerned with the famous scientist Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke. 1665 is the year. And he worked in cork cells, where he observed honeycomb-like cells. And what he observed like this rooms or cell, it is normally cell wall. Now, a live cell, it is first connected with a scientist, observed with Anton von Leeuwenhoek. And nucleus is the controlling unit of a cell. It is concerned with the scientist Robert Brown. And in orchid roads. I think first page is clear, so we can proceed to second page. Now we have to proceed with a famous theory concerned with the cell, that is called cell theory. Cell theory is connected with the 2 famous scientists. One is M. Schleiden in 1838, German botanist. So according to Schleiden, German botanist 1838, how he means explaining cell theory. That is, all cells basically botanist. Or we can say all plants. It's better to say all. Okay. So all plants composed of cells. So all plants composed of different kinds or types of cells. So all plants composed of different kinds of cells. And they constitute what is known as tissues. That is first idea. All plants composed of different kinds of cells connected with the term tissues. That is Cleland, German botanist. Now in 1839, another scientist, T. Schwann, a British zoologist. For him, there are certain ideas. One is cells have plasma membrane. So cells have plasma membrane. Similarly, cell wall is unique to plant cells. Unique to plant cells. One more idea according to Schwann, that is bodies of animals and even plants composed of cells and products of cells that belongs to these all ideas belongs to T. Schwann, 1839 British zoologist, starting with the plasma membrane, cell wall unique to plant cell, then bodies of animals and plants composed of cells and products of cells. Now, Skleden and Schwann together, they formulated famous cell theory. But main drawback of cell theory, there is a drawback. Main drawback of the cell theory is how new cells are formed. How new cells are formed. It is not explained. So to compensate this drawback, another famous scientist, that is Rudolf Virchow in 1855. All years, that is what given in NCERT. Only that way we will be proceeding this series. Detailed one already there. There all aspects has been discussed. This I told you for quick reference. So cell lineage 1855, Rudolf Virchow. That is explain how new cells form. That is, new cells are formed from pre-existing cells. So new cells are formed from pre-existing cells. And there is a famous term for it. There's a usual question. Omen is cellular. Cellular. That is Rudolf Virchow cell lineage. A new cell arises from pre-existing cell. And when we combine all this, cell theory as today, all living organisms are composed of cells and products of cells. All cells arise from pre-existing cell. That is regarding this episode. That is, we are starting quick reference episode, starting with the cell, two basic concepts, 8.1 and 8.2. This will be proceeding it. So roughly 8-10 minutes maximum. That way, I will compress it. And reference will be put for detailed discussion. Now, what all things we learned in this episode? So what is a cell? Cell theory. Then different types of organism. Then protoplasm, cytoplasm, protoplast, different type of organisms, prokaryote, eukaryote, mesokaryote. Then moving away from it, separate group, eukaryote, viruses. Then cell discovery, live cell discovery, nucleus discovery. After that, cell theory. M. Skleden, German botanist. T. Schwann, British zoologist, their ideas and their combined view. And main drawback is they are not able to explain from where a new cell originates. It is compensated by famous cell lineage by Virchow, Rudolf Virchow. Then two modern views regarding cell theory. I think it is clear. So for time being, we can wind up. If you like this episode, subscribe all, like it, share it, comment on it. We can meet later. So take care. Bye. Thank you.